Congratulations, you made it to level 75. That means you now have access to the Wastelands, Death Row, and Raven Ridge. But we're really just gonna focus on Raven Ridge. The other two, don't even bother. With Raven Ridge being unlocked, we can use the vendor that's there now, which offers you tier 2 120s and some boosts to increase your EXP gain. We're really there to gain one weapon and the boosts, but sometimes you won't get lucky and may need to stay there. Before you do head over there is a few things you might want to keep in mind. If you do get there and not get the weapon that you're looking for, you can reset it by leveling up. If you head to Raven Ridge at level 75 with 99%, if the weapon's not there, kill a few mobs. They'll level you up and you can reset the vendor. Or you can head there at these times and the vendor will automatically reset. Just for the weapons though. The boosts will not reset. Before we go in there, we want to take an energy bar, but we're not going to use it just yet. We're actually going to use it before we enter. The reason being is because we want to weigh in and we also want to weigh out. With just one energy bar, you can do both. If you've made a lot of noise, you can also take a barricade kit to reset the aggro. You don't really want to hoard while you're in there. It might be certain death. Just in case you're wondering where I cated, it's to right from the entrance of CV. You can cade in the little junkyard area in the cabin and barricade there. It will reset the horde and allowing you to progress smoothly. Since the character I'm playing right now isn't an HCIM character, I have the boosts from the supply officer. So I purposely make my speed exactly 50 to match the speed that you'll most likely have. Now that we're in CV, we're going to use a little trick to save us a few seconds in the traveling process. By going to the middle of the block and going to the side that you're trying to run to, you can completely skip half of the map and teleport to the bottom left or the top left, depending where you are. I keep doing this until I get to the point where I need to get a little higher so I don't run into this wall right here. This wall could be certain death if you get a horde or you walk into it without knowing that there's a boss here. I probably don't even need to mention this, but don't walk in here without looking at the boss block. That's kind of suicide if you don't even know where the bosses are. If they're in your way, just travel around them. But of course, be careful about that. And just like that, we're in Camp Felrest. You're going to want to go ahead and head straight to the vendor. That's the only thing you're here for. If you don't see the weapon you're looking for, which in my case, I'm looking for the Gore Tooth, you're going to want to reset your level. If you can't do that, you may need to wait until the next reset. If you can't do that either, then buy the boosts and get out. The boosts are also very important to pick up. With enough of these, they're going to do more than just having those implants. Something important to add, make sure to check your recovery yard. You may have a few goodies in there without even realizing it, like these or this. You can get these by simply killing 100 zombies. If you have these will help you a lot as well. Okay, so now what? You're level 75, you got lucky and got your weapon, you got your boosts. Now, what's there to do? Well, you're pretty much doing exactly what you've been doing since the beginning of the game. Just grind. You're gonna have to go to boss blocks, obviously good ones. Don't go to those horrible ones where you're gonna struggle. Fortunately, I got really good RNG here and had the long arms spawn in the god block, 3 up from the Second bunker. Normally, I wouldn't use my boosts for bosses, but if you get a god block like this with decent bosses, I would actually use them here. Keep a couple on you though. You're gonna want to use them for the OAs. OAs are also a really good place for farming EXP and probably give you the best EXP possible within 20 minutes. And that's pretty much the gist of it. I tried to explain the best I could in what I did for my run. There are most likely better ways of doing certain things, but here, this was my endgame loadout. The only difference being that I had this weapon instead of the emulator. You probably won't get that lucky. Um, I just somehow found the blueprint and decided to craft it, but the emulator works just as fine. As for implants, before we close this out, really, whatever you want. Just don't bother with the $5 million implants. Just use that to buy boosts. A lot of them. That will help you much quicker compared to buying the implants. And I really don't know what else to add here. This is kind of like my first time really using my voice. So I guess I'll see you in the next one, whenever that is. Take care. And don't die.